Porsha Williams and Simon Gobadia's messy divorce is what you get when two super petty people get married. Child, these two have been at it for a hot minute now, and it does not look like it's going to end well anytime soon. It's crazy how they managed to convince us that they were hopelessly in love with each other and that they were going to stay together, but they got divorced in less than a year and a half. And girl, when I tell you that things have been a hot mess ever since, I'm not joking. Simon has been accused of being a scammer and a fraud, but it looks like he is now flipping the script on Porsha because he just accused her and her mom of being scammers and putting on a fake front for the cameras. If y'all thought that the divorce was going to be settled peacefully, child, y'all have no idea how messy this is about to get. So let's break this down. If you've been keeping up with this whole divorce mess, then you know this isn't the first time these two have been throwing shade at each other. Honestly, it's like they both thrive off of being petty, so we shouldn't be shocked by anything at this point. And let's be real, people aren't exactly rushing to feel bad for Porsha. She got with Simon while he was supposedly still married to his ex, Fallon, who, by the way, was pretty much friends with Porsha before all this drama popped off. So yeah, the situation is messy and the fans aren't having it. When she first filed for divorce, Simon clapped back at her, accusing her of being a gold digger who only married him because he was rich. In his filing, Simon asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. In addition, he asked her to admit or deny that she married him for his money. He also made some other claims about how Porsha never loved him, how she cheated on him in the marriage, how she blindsided him with the divorce, and more. According to reports, other questions included asking her to admit or deny whether she filed for divorce without telling him, whether she cheated on him during the marriage, or whether she was sexually intimate with another person during their union. Simon also asked Porsha to answer. What was your understanding of the reasons why your husband paid you a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage? It looks like a big part of Simon's bitterness stems from the fact that he spent a ton of money on Porsha throughout their marriage, only for her to walk away without a second thought when things ended. But here's the thing. Just because Simon's throwing out these claims doesn't automatically mean they're true. I'm not saying he's lying, but we do need to stay open-minded and take things with a grain of salt in situations like this. On top of that, Simon threw out some serious accusations, hinting that Porsha may have cheated on him during their marriage. He even named a couple of men he suspects she had some kind of inappropriate relationship with. According to the court documents, Simon asked her to explain the nature of her relationship with a man named Calvin, her ex Dennis McKinley, and another man named Jonathan. His request also asked her to explain her relationship with Navadius Demon Cash, professionally known as Future. We were straight up blindsided by the accusation about Porsha and Future because it was random. They don't even roll in the same circles or have any mutual friends, and there's not a single picture of them together. So the idea that they could have allegedly had an affair right under our noses without anyone finding out about it is crazy. Now, we all know Future isn't exactly known for being a saint. He's out here living his best life, juggling multiple women at once. So the idea of him getting involved with a married woman isn't exactly shocking. But the thought of him and Porsha allegedly getting it on? That's wild. However, multiple sources close to Porsha are shutting down the rumors, claiming Simon is just trying to slander her. They said, Porsha does not know Future. If there's one thing we know about Porsha, it's that she's not the type to let disrespect slide. So when Simon came for her, she didn't waste any time clapping back. She went straight for the jugular, accusing him of having ED. For those who might not be familiar with the term ED, it stands for erectile dysfunction. Basically, when a man can't get it up, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Porsha wrote ED and then shared a screenshot about ED that said, "How does a man feel when he has ED? It is common for men with ED to feel anger, frustration, sadness, or a lack of confidence. However, the condition could be treated. Anxiety and stress are common emotional responses, but one qualitative study found that actually, the most common reaction was a sense of emasculation. #Menace Health Awareness." She was basically saying that the reason Simon was acting so salty was because he was dealing with the side effects of ED. And that's some nasty business. She then wrote, "Things you can do to help with erectile dysfunction. Lose weight if you're overweight, stop smoking, eat a healthy diet, exercise daily, try to reduce stress and anxiety." Simon clapped back with, "If I don't allow witches in my life, my angel would not have to work so hard." He also wrote, "The narrative changed from imminent deportation and fleeing the country to Dubai to broke and selling luxury cars. waiting for the next narrative. The next narrative has arrived. Edik #wife for the streets. He then accused her of defaming him, saying, "This railroad 265-day just does not get it. There are consequences for making inflammatory and defamatory statements. Get your coins together. You're going to need every dime to defend what's coming." A woman that has a history of coming for the manhood of every ex, peddling the same old narrative and tricks. Unfortunately, you met the right one. #railroad 265 days #married 453 days. Child, it's a never-ending battle between these two, and it just got worse. Now Simon is trying to rewrite the narrative and spin the story to paint Porsha and her mom as the villains, calling them scammers. He went off on them on IG, and to nobody's surprise, it got messy really fast. He started off by slamming them for using his Rolls-Royce in the upcoming season of RHOA, saying, "Why is my 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost in the RHOA Season 16 official trailer? I distinctly recall my attorney sending a cease and desist to prevent filming my car without my consent. At Bravo D, we need to have a conversation." He also claimed he was going to expose Porsha and her mom for fraud, writing, "RHOA Season 16 is going to be so much fun exposing the family. Let's head back to Costa Rica, Mom, and see who is defrauding and scamming. We'll make receipts available publicly." He then threatened a lawsuit, writing, "I keep trying to avoid this ungrateful family like a plague, but they keep coming back. My name is not Cordell Stewart. I fight back with facts. You can bet on it. The real fraudsters will be exposed. My car without my consent. At Bravo D, we need to have a conversation." He also claimed he was going to expose Porsha and her mom for fraud, writing, "RHOA Season 16 is going to be so much fun exposing the family. Let's head back to Costa Rica, Mom, and see who is defrauding and scamming. We'll make receipts available publicly." He then threatened a lawsuit, writing, "I keep trying to avoid this ungrateful family like a plague, but they keep coming back. My name is not Cordell Stewart. I fight back with facts. You can bet on it. The real fraudsters will be exposed."